your habit of indecision is holding you back so much more than you know. Because if your life isn't moving forward, it's because you're not moving forward. If you have a difficult time making decisions, you struggle with self-confidence, because ultimately trust and making decisions go hand in hand. So if you are stuck in indecision in your life, that is just another way of saying that you don't trust yourself. So you will naturally feel anxious, you might feel overwhelmed, and you create this loop of just not trusting yourself. This does not build confidence, this does not build self-esteem, and ultimately it's something that is really easy to move through and get over. So it's something I'm super excited to talk to you about today, because as always with anything that I share, this is deeply personal for me. It's something that I've struggled with. It's something that I've had a difficult time doing. I have had a difficult time figuring out the practical steps to do this, which is funny because it's so easy, and I'm going to talk about how easy it is to work through this. And it's honestly one of my favorite things to talk about because it's so simple, it's so easy, and the things you do in one category of your life carry over into all categories of your life. And it doesn't really make any logical sense. I don't know why it is, but it's been true in my life, and I think it could be true in your life as well. So I'm super excited to go more into, really what making a decision or not making a decision means. I am going to dig into the why today, why indecision is such a big deal, why it is chipping away at your life, and then of course we're going to go into all of the practical ways that you can start applying decision making in your life today. As I already mentioned, indecision is ultimately a lack of trust in yourself. You don't trust yourself to make a decision, you don't trust yourself to handle the outcome of your decision, and you don't trust yourself to be active in your life, because when you trust yourself to be active in your life, you make decisions. So indecisions are this little way that we're basically just saying that we don't trust ourselves. So yes, it gnaws away on your confidence, and it's very difficult to live a life that you were meant to live when you are not making decisions in your life, because you are also staying stuck. You will not move forward if you do not make decisions. Now, the amazing thing about this is the solution is super easy. If you are struggling with indecision, then the steps to get to making decisions are really just a practice of repetitions of making small decisions in little areas, building that trust with yourself. Ultimately, that compounds and you know how to make decisions and know how to trust yourself. It's pretty crazy the way that this plays out in your life. Again, it doesn't make any logical sense, but it works. I don't know. I think sometimes part of the difficulty of starting something new isn't always just starting something new. It feels like you're doing it alone, or feels like you don't have anyone doing it with you, or maybe you've never seen an example of this done before. So that is why we are going to do this together, all of the ways, tiniest, easiest, smallest ways that you are going to start making decisions in your life today. My first one we are going to stay here for, and that is grab your phone, get your email or your text, respond to your text. If you're not good at making decisions, you have a lot of texts in your phone that need some attending to. You might have some emails that you've been putting off that you need to get to. That is the first thing. Go through your phone, respond to your text, respond to your emails. And I'm even going to give you a minute right now. I'm going to do it as well. There's a text I've been avoiding, so we're just going to take a minute and respond to our texts. Now that we have responded to our texts and our emails, we're going to be moving on to the next way that we will be practice decision making. For our next decision making habit, we are going to go over to the kitchen, because I think one of the biggest, easiest ways that you can practice making a decision is through deciding what food to eat. So I do this every week. I will go through my fridge, I will look at what's in here, and based on what's in my fridge, I will plan out my meals for the week. I don't meal prep, I don't do any of that, but I do think it's really, really important that if you struggle with making decisions, little things like deciding what you're going to be eating ahead of time is one of the easiest things that you could do. My camera died, so I'm moving to my phone, but the next thing we're doing to make decisions in our life and get our life together is we are planning out our week. So just one or two things each week planned. I personally plan out a couple different things. Each day I have like 2 or 3 different things I'll plan out. It doesn't matter what you plan out. It really doesn't even matter that you're using a planner. It matters that you're building this trust and confidence in yourself. So don't let a planner scare you. It has nothing to do with you planning things, but just to build this confidence and this muscle with your decision making. It's just an easy way. It's an applicable way. Do it with 2, 3 things this week. It's something you can do today. So that is I don't remember, my second or third thing. So that is the third thing that I do, and I've been doing for a while. It has honestly helped me make this decision making habit such a big part of my life. I feel like scheduling has been huge for this. And finally, the last way that we are going to be building out the habit of making decisions is just simply putting stuff away. Because when you leave things open ended, like I have in this room, when you leave things open ended, you're basically creating this in between mode where you might use something again later, so you're keeping it out, but you're really just perpetuating this little bit of indecision or keeping things open ended. And it sounds really small. I feel like all the examples I gave today are honestly really tiny and small. And these are just these tiny little ways that you can start practicing the ability to make decisions, because it is done in these small details. The habit of building decisions and making decisions, it's not this big thing. And for me, it didn't come in starting out in a big area of my life. For me to build this out and practice it, it started out in like cleaning, putting things away, scheduling things, and the effects that this has is so much bigger than you ever know. So these are my 5 little tips of how to start making decisions in your life. Again, this is something that has been such a big thing for me. It's made such a difference in my life, so I'm hoping that it does the same for you as well. Anyways, that is all from me today. I wish you the very best week, and I will see you next week.